All right. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in for this latest episode of the Talkatives podcast. And without further ado, let's just jump right in. We're here after, match week 15 of the Premier League. Yes, match week 15. And there's no better place to start than I have my two, you guys have seen it, these two guys. There's only one club they support and only one club that has taken an L like they did this past weekend. Nobody else lost. Well, I guess I can't say that. Nottingham Forest helping you guys look somewhat decent compared to them. But I'll let you guys hit the floor. Go ahead. What do you have to say for yourself after your amazing effort against Brighton Hove Albion 4-1? If you want to say that's an amazing effort. Well, I don't know. You guys are the Chelsea fans. You clearly see something different than I do.
An L is an L. We lost. We're moving forward. That's it. Honestly, I would say right now, it makes perfect sense that Potter's first loss would be against his former team. They shellacked us. We were shellacked. It was a shellacking. Google.
Yeah, they put you over their lap.
Yeah, we got slapped. We got slapped, and honestly, I can very much blame Potter for that. He even admitted after the game that it was a little too open. I feel like he should have respected his former team a little more because they know him, they know how he plays, and that team is built to play how we're trying to play. So we lost. Look, even when we were 3-0 down, though positive, I still believe we could come back because we had all them chances. We were creating, we had possession, we had everything, we fought. But they're clinical and we're not. So we lost.
They had you from beginning from opening kickoff. They had you. And you know what's crazy about this? All I had to do was look at the lineup. Once I saw a back three with Cucurella, and you had Pulisic and Sterling as your wingbacks, what was the first thing I texted to the group chat?
Especially when Chilwell was on the bench. Like, why is Chilwell on the bench? And Cucurella
what was the first thing I texted the group chat? I texted you, you better hope they track back a little bit or it's going to be 2-0 Brighton. And what was it? 2-0 after 14 minutes.
Look, they worked against, who did we play in the Champions League? Salzburg. They worked against them. I was very optimistic. Unfortunately, I guess the players they just weren't ready for it. I don't know. Like, if I was on the team and Brighton coming like me like that, I think like they should have expected that kind of performance coming their way and played accordingly. But there's only so much you can do when you're playing Pulisic and Sterling as wingbacks. When Conte is injured, now I'm not even trying to make excuses. When Conte, Reece James, Fofana are injured, but it's like.
But here's the thing: you don't even have to. Even with the current squad you have, you don't even have to play them at wingbacks.
He could have played a back four. But like every player that was on that pitch was in form. That is why I was optimistic at the start of the game. Like all these boys have been playing. We were on the streak, unbeaten. A title-winning team will pull out a result, but it's like Chelsea. We always have these teams that we drop points against. Like who we drop points? We lost to Leeds, and who else did we lose against? I know we lost 3-0 to Leeds. And our only other loss in the Premier League was Southampton.
You guys lost to Southampton? Should be ashamed of yourself.
Tuchel Tax, Lavia, and Armstrong did us in. Sterling scored. But it's like, why are we losing against these relegation teams? Like, we always do this. We do. Zach, am I wrong? Every season, the last couple of seasons, who do we have our biggest loss against? Relegation teams, bottom 10 teams we have no business losing against. Still somehow manage to lose against them. Like, I'm not scared of playing Man City. We got Arsenal on Saturday. I'm not scared of playing Arsenal. But it's like, I gotta watch out for like the West Broms, the West Hams, Leeds, Southampton. Who else is bottom of the table? Like, we're probably gonna beat Arsenal this weekend. But what's the point when you manage to lose to Brighton? Even though Brighton's a very good team, Southampton, Leeds. It's kind of frustrating, honestly.
I wasn't really frustrated by that game as much as you might think. I mean, a loss was always coming. You're not going to go undefeated. But it was kind of an aberration because you don't normally score 2 own goals in the first half. So that's
it's the first time in the history that we scored 2 own goals.
Don't look at it like you don't score 2 own goals. They forced their own goals now. Don't discredit Brighton for that. They forced their own goals.
It's still 2 own goals.
No, outside of the own goals, they were goal scoring opportunities.
I didn't discredit Brighton for anything. I didn't say anything. Brighton didn't do anything. I just said we scored 2 own goals. It's a fact. It's 2 own goals. Okay, you can look up. It's 2 own goals at the end of the day. So I'm not making no excuses. We got spanked. Whatever you want to say. I'm just saying.
You know, it's fine.
When I see the game is, I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was as bad as you might, as people will make it out to be.
The performance, and we didn't play that bad. We did not play that bad. We just got. They just.
At the end of the day,
scored 4 goals.
At the end of the day, like I said,
we could have easily scored 4.
We beat ourselves with those 2 own goals. That's what I'm going to say. When you score 2 own goals,
it's some spin.
It's. I mean, there's just no getting no way up from that. It's just that one of those days in the office. You just got to go on to the next day. Like that. That's literally an aberration. One of those aberration games. Will never happen. I don't see that ever happening again. Really. Like the first time in our we scored 2 own goals.
It's definitely a lesson for Potter. It's definitely a lesson for Potter. Like I feel like he's going to take this and run with it and be better.
Like it's 4-1, but it's 1 loss. Like we're still there. We're failing. We're with a game in hand on Newcastle. So we win our next game. We're above Newcastle. So which will put us in number 4.
Actually, we have to like score like 10 goals to be above Newcastle because they're 3 points ahead of us.
But we don't have a game in hand. They played 13.
Our game in hand, but the goal difference.
It's okay. Newcastle will get a little loss or draw. We'll beat Newcastle, so that's already out of the way. We just got to win. That's all.
So, question. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on Thiago Silva? At his advanced age, the guy has barely missed a minute in Premier League football, right? As it stands.
Thiago Silva it doesn't really matter what I think because he's going to play because there's nobody else.
Exactly.
He's going to play for Brazil in the World Cup. So it doesn't really matter what we think.
James is injured.
Bro, there's nobody else. So it doesn't really matter.
Every penny
couldn't play. So guess what? Cucurella had to play. It's not like, he just played this team just because. No, we literally, we could have played Chilwell, but I don't blame him for putting Chilwell on the bench.
I don't understand why he didn't start Chilwell.
Hold on. He just came back from a year a whole year from a knee ACL injury. So let's just take it's a lot. It's 15 on to week 16. It's one loss under Potter. Let's not.
It's not just like everybody's making it out to be.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I would like to win, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna take that loss for what it is.
I'd love to win, but I also not want to lose.
You dominated us and just absolutely overwhelmed us. No, we beat ourselves. Most of the goals
it makes sense.
Stupid turnovers in the midfield, quick counter, boom, goal. We have more possession, more chances.
You finally get what I'm saying. Like, sometimes Chelsea really just defeat themselves by making these mistakes. Then we get these pointless injuries, and it all compiles, and it's like, oh, of course they lost that game. Of course we lost that game. It's like,
but the last point I'll make about that game, I'm glad Shegs finally took my boy off the fraud list.
Oh, yeah.
Can we all just take a moment to
officially off fraud watch?
Who do you think? That's one for us.
Kai Havertz is off fraud watch.
Kai Havertz is off the fraud watch officially, according to Shegs. He's already submitted the forms. Signed, sealed, delivered, released.
What day is it? What day is it?
Me calling him a fraud. It's September 30th. It's Halloween. It's scary hours right now.
He'll be back. He'll be back on fraud watch by World Cup break. Back on fraud watch World Cup break. Germany making
the semifinals of the World Cup.
And he will be just like a former Blue. 0 goals, just like Giroud. 0 goals, 0 assists, just like Giroud.
0 goals and win the World Cup.
For, the former Blue, yeah, but I don't think Giroud's going to start in the World Cup. I seriously doubt.
No, I don't think Giroud is going to get any minutes.
He's not starting in the World Cup, bro. I'm sorry. It's going to be Kunku, Mbappe, and what's the other guy?
No, Mbappe will always have that. Mbappe will always have that shadow striker role, but like to fill that target man role, there's nobody. There's nobody other than Benzema.
Benzema,
thank you. What am I forget? I was like, where's the other guy's name? Sorry.
Forget no winner.
France. Let me just spoil it for you right here in the front because I've seen it. I've seen them play it. That's the best front three. Nkunku, Mbappe, Benzema. That's going to be the front three in the World Cup. There you go.
Giroud's coming off the bench.
Dembele is still there too.
Yeah, Giroud's going to be a super sub. Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah. When they're 0-0 tied down with like
in the 90th minute.
He stretches his neck muscles, bro. Everybody goes to the gym for chest day. He goes for neck day.
It's not just hey, calm down, bro. Giroud is not just don't disrespect my boy Giroud like that.
No disrespect.
No.
His neck, bro. Have you ever seen Giroud flex his neck?
He scored the goal of the Champions League when we won it. It was an overhead kick. So calm down. Don't sleep on Giroud. It was a half back. It was more of a sideways bicycle kick.
Okay.
Yeah. So he doesn't just score headers. He's a scorer. Out and out. Out and out.
There's more contributions than
Giroud.
Oh, man. Of course. Yeah. The only person that has more goals and assists for AC Milan this season is Rafael Leao.
Yeah, obviously. Who else?
Giroud has 6.
Come on, bro. Giroud's doing his thing.
Injured. Like, Zlatan isn't.
Of course.
He's an elite striker. I saw a post.
He's been an elite striker since.
Fans were posting like their best strikers, and they included. Who did they include? They included Aubameyang instead of Giroud, and I took offense to that.
Yeah, I take offense to that too.
What were they doing? More goals?
No, just like who are their top 3? They put Van Persie, Henry, and Aubameyang. instead of Van Persie,
Arsenal
Henry, and
strikers?
Giroud.
Because these are all Arsenal strikers.
What were they? What were they do? What was the criteria? Was it like fame? Because if it's fame, I understand.
It's ranking, bro.
If it's fame, I understand. I don't think
their best three, like in recent history.
In recent history.
Recent history. No, if it's recent history, then I would have to kind of understand because Giroud in Arsenal colors left a lot to be desired.
I mean, if we're going back to like not Van Nistelrooy, what's his name?
The way Arsenal play, though, to be honest.
Giroud?
Yeah. I don't think he ever really fit the way they play.
Oh, man. Giroud has some crazy goals scoring for Arsenal. He has some crazy goals. So I can't really say he didn't fit.
He was never consistent enough for them. Not like he was for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
I felt like we looked at how Arsenal used him, and we figured out exactly what his best role was.
Yeah, he's a specialized. He's a specialized weapon that needs to be deployed properly. That's what I would say.
UAV. When you put on Giroud, is like calling a UAV. Like,
all right.
What's he gonna get?
We'll let Giroud rest. There's another.
Before we let Giroud rest, before we leave. Are we going to talk about Arsenal now?
Oh no,
because Liverpool, right?
Because we don't need to talk about. We can talk about Arsenal. But
this is a side note. This is a way side note. I might as well let it out right now. David Luiz just won the Copa Libertadores in Brazil at 35. Former Chelsea and Arsenal player and PSG. Won trophies everywhere. Just wanted to give him his props, David Luiz.
Congrats, David Luiz. Congratulations.
But apparently, David Luiz deserved a shout out on the show today.
Shout out to David Luiz. Also, shout out to Willian. Shout out to Willian too, his boy. He's doing well for Fulham. But let's continue. My bad.
Boy, if you
I didn't mean to sidetrack.
That's on topic. Isn't that the Liverpool game?
No, actually, it wasn't. It was no. So Liverpool actually lost to Forest.
They lost
to Leeds this week.
Yes.
They lost to Leeds 2-1. And then today, Klopp comes out and says that his squad's bad run of form is due to the litany of injuries that they have. With all that being said,
bro,
no. Let him go.
He loves to complain. He loves to complain.
With all that being said, I'll just seem to decline.
I just want to hear everything you said. What did he say?
Let me go and bring that up for you. ASAP. Excuse me. Wow.
You know, that Liverpool loss was so pathetic that I didn't even feel the need to gloat after.
So here's what he says. Jurgen Klopp played down suggestions that his team are in decline, saying that it's 100% not fair to judge the squad because they have had a number of injury problems this season. He says, we do this job in public and the judgment for this will be later on in the season or even at the end. At the moment, it's not fair to judge them because we haven't had players available, missing up front, top quality. We usually have changes. Even if it's unfair, it's fine. It's normal to ask these questions. Arsenal and Man City will have to answer those questions later on. We are all out there to be judged, managed, and play. That's how it is.
No, I mean that's fair for coming from him. I can understand that because we're only 15 games in. You know,
bro, we're 15. We're 15 games in.
Man,
everybody has.
Oh my god! If my manager is coming out and complaining about the injury issues, I'm not happy. Like Klopp has a track record of just complaining and just giving himself every excuse to fail.
I'm not saying it's not an excuse. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is at this point, if he did it at game 28 or 29, that's when I would be like, bro.
What do you mean game 28, 29? Do you realize there's only 38 games in the season?
Bro. Klopp.
Can you just hear me out? Just hear me out. All I'm saying is, for me, if he's complaining like this at game 28, 29, maybe 30, that's when I'm like, bro, that's 15 games away. A lot can happen in 15 games. That's what I'm saying. So I can kind of sympathize with him on this one because it's only week 16. So I'll give him a little more time.
We're not talking about. I'm sorry, bro. We're not talking about games.
Please, they've won 4 games, drawn 4, lost 4.
Yeah,
Liverpool trash, and enough people are not talking about. They want to focus on Chelsea losing, but can we focus on how Liverpool are terrible this season?
They're not terrible. They're not terrible.
They are.
They're not terrible.
How
They're
bad?
not terrible.
We fired our coach, and we were in a better position than Liverpool.
Yeah, we were.
Zach, I have a question for you. Hold on. Wait, Zach, I have a question for you. This is a random team, right? Mm-hmm. Just we're not talking about no names. Just close your eyes. I'm just talking about a random football club. Mm-hmm. Just close your eyes. In the first week, they lose to 18th place in the league.
Mm-hmm.
The following week, they lose to 16th place in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Convincingly, not even just fluke, not even just convincing losses.
Yep.
Now, how would you describe that team? Is that a good team or a bad team?
For now,
this week they lost to who? And second, 18th place, and then second.
The first team, the first week they lost 18th place. Second they lost 7 to 6 week.
Is that game week 1 though?
They only played 2 games. No. So you're saying they only played 2 games and they lost both games to bad teams.
Yes. How would you describe that team? Is it a good team or a bad team?
Then that's a bad team.
So how can you look at Liverpool and you say that's a good team?
Has Liverpool only played two games?
No, that's what I'm saying. No. So thank you. This is my point. No, you just answered my point. Liverpool has given you more evidence of them being a bad team. So how can you look at them and say, and if
here's my rebuttal. Okay. There's my second rebuttal. Liverpool has done this before, and they finished 4th. So I'm not gonna. Y'all can call them trash or whatever. They lost 8-2 to Aston Villa and finished 4th. So calm down, bros. Calm down, really. Just calm down. Thank you.
Okay, no. Bro. You have stats. You have stats. No, but you have stats. I got one for you. Liverpool's goal difference right now is +8.
It can be terrible.
They beat Brighton 9-0 this season. If you take out Brighton's 9-0, what would their goal difference be?
It doesn't matter because they beat Brighton 9-0. You can't just take that. You gotta just take out. They beat Brighton 9-0.
If not for there would be minus 1.
That's great. You can't just overlook. Come on, man. Just like you look at the losses that they had, you gotta look at their wins, bro. Because if you take out their losses, what are they? Come on, man.
Hold on. So basically, what you're saying, Liverpool is gonna finish top 4 this season.
They're gonna be all right. I'll bet money that Liverpool finish top 4. Tottenham or Newcastle. Yes, I would bet money.
They beat Bournemouth 9-0. It was Bournemouth they beat 9-0.
Bournemouth, yeah, all right. But what I'm saying is, like, they've done this before, and they finished 4th. They've literally done this season. It's happened to them before. They finished 4th. So
in Liverpool's defense, Marcus was wrong. They did not lose their first 2 games of the season. They drew them.
I was not talking about.
Drew one Crystal Palace.
He was talking about a random team, and I agree with you. That would be a bad team.
This is a random.
That would be a bad team.
Just picked a random team with 2 weeks. And had him explain, and he called it 2 weeks. So I was like, Liverpool's giving you more.
Last season, what I'm saying is, your point would have been applicable to them last season because they were terrible last season.
Honestly, I'm looking at their Premier League. I'm looking at their Premier League results, and honestly, it makes sense.
They were bad. And then it took Allison scoring a header in the 37th game for them to make tough one. Bro, Liverpool will be all right, bro. Don't worry.
I am looking at the. I'm looking at the fixtures right now. Week 1, 2-2 with Fulham. 1-1 with Crystal Palace. Losing 2-1 to Liverpool. 0-0, 9-0 with Bournemouth.
The teams that they beat, please.
They beat Newcastle 2-1. They drew 0-0 with Liverpool. Drew 3-3 with Brighton. Lost to Arsenal 3-2.
Oh, they tell me who they beat.
They beat West Ham, Man City, and
just stop there. Stop at Man City. Thank you. So this bad team that you guys say is Liverpool, they beat Man City and shut out Haaland.
Yeah. Yeah, bad team.
So they're so bad. How much more Man City? Like, if they're such a bad team, how could they beat Man City?
Well. I don't think I said they're a bad team. I just said they're struggling way more than Chelsea are.
Not you. No, they are worse off than we are. You're absolutely right. But I'm talking to Marcus. If they're such a bad team,
they're a bad team.
How come they beat the great Manchester City?
Bad team. Yo, listen.
They beat your boys, though.
Fool's goal can be pretty. The way Fool's goal can be pretty enough for someone to go and drop on him the same way a bad team was great one day. That's what it was. The bad team was great one day because right after that, what happened? They lost twice.
They beat you 1-0. How can you call that Fool's goal?
Who's bad is this?
So, hey.
So you lost to a bad team.
Oh no, and they didn't just they actually beat you. They beat you. A bad team beat you. They beat you.
Good.
Yes. You lost.
So your team has bad team tendencies too. Or you want to say that? Okay.
I told you. I've been telling you.
The same way Man City can lose to a bad team and get away with it. Why can't Chelsea lose to a good team? Why can't Chelsea lose to a good team and get away with it?
Because I also think your team is phenomenal, but I agree with you that your team has bad team tendencies. Yes, we agree on that. Yeah.
But I've been telling y'all about my backline. Backline has a mistake in it.
Hey, that's it. That's it.
Hey, I don't believe that Man City is allowed to get away with losing to 1-0 to a bad team as Liverpool, and then when Chelsea lose to a good team in Brighton, all of a sudden it's the end of the world.
It's not a bad team. I will tell you that.
Yeah, a good team. We lost to a good team in Brighton. You lost to a terrible team, according to you, in Liverpool. But that's okay. But we can't lose.
The difference between Man City and Chelsea is these performances from Chelsea have been consistent, whereas that was just the one loss on the season. I mean, you can go look at the table. You can see where the consistency lies. You know.
No, I mean, I'll tell you what the difference is. The main difference between Man City and Chelsea is just whereas Man City can go 2-0 down and come back and win 4-2 just like that. But we don't. We're not built.
Yeah, we're not capable of scoring those many goals. We're not capable. Look. We were 3-0 down. And I knew we weren't coming back from that game. But I just had to say what I had to say. When was the last time we came down for 3-0? Come on, no, it was over.
All this on that day, you were screaming at the top of your lungs.
We're capable of it. We have the personnel to do that.
We definitely created enough chances. We just didn't take them. It's like we're passing when we normally shoot, and then we're shooting when we normally make that extra pass to the open guy.
It
Yeah,
was Gallagher behind
hey,
Havertz
like
and Mount.
things we normally
So it's
do,
like
we didn't do them except for Havertz. Havertz did his thing, but like
yeah, he
everybody
showed
else,
up. No.
yeah, everybody else was like, have you played football
Our
before?
defense was shambles, and it
It was
like
defense, bro. Midfield.
our injuries show in midfield and defense. Like it just
So that's why,
like we're way too reliant. But it's like Conte, Reese, Fofana.
bro. I'm not. Don't even worry about mentioning it. I don't feel bad about that. What I'm saying is, if you put that same team that played again on the field, they're not gonna lose 4-1 to Brighton. Like that's what I'm saying. It's a bad day at the office.
It was an anomaly. Two
Yeah,
own
it's
goals for the
literally an
first time. Wait, we were
Yeah.
finally like what 1950, like in all our years of being a club. This is the first time we ever scored two own goals.
It just
And
unfortunately
it might as well. It's like the narrative. Whoever's writing the script has a funny sense of humor because of course it's the writing.
Here's all I'll say before we move on. It's an anomaly right now. But if you continue using Pulisic and Sterling as your wingbacks, it'll be a consistency.
it's obviously not.
I don't think that's ever gonna.
Not our
No,
plan. That's definitely one.
I feel like that's an emergency, and because it worked once, he tried it again, and he underestimated his forward team. He underestimated Brighton. Graham Potter underestimated them because they haven't won since he left. They haven't won a game since he left.
They have.
No,
I think so. I think they have won.
They have.
But they've had some really good results. They drew
under the new manager, they haven't won yet.
They've had some good results though. I'll say that. Well, they've beaten us.
That's their best result since he left.
Exactly. Us. So
Was that 5-2 against Leicester? Was that still Potter on the team?
That was September 4th.
Was it
Potter?
You know, I'm gonna Google Queen Elizabeth too. That's how I'll know.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
September 8th. Yep. Potter was. Yep, that was a Potter win. Because
So
Elizabeth II died September 8th.
No, I mean it was meant to be.
It was written in the stars that we would lose to them.
Yes, I believe this will literally go down in history as just one of those days where, it was meant to be. But
look, they showed up and they were ready. Like they were not taking 1 point. They weren't taking. They were taking all 3 points, and
they were ready to play, man.
The boys weren't.
They were ready.
They weren't ready.
We treated them like
Salzburg. Like even you as a Man City fan, like giving your honest opinion, like you saw how they played. They played like it was a World Cup final.
Right,
bro.
You saw how they came out.
What I'm saying is that's no excuse because normally you match your opponent and let your skills take over. We just didn't match them. That's
them
what I'm saying.
at all.
So with that being said, Arsenal clearly channeled some kind of superhuman energy because Nottingham Forest could not even find a way to match anything they did.
5-0.
So
I mean, that doesn't really surprise me.
I'm tired of hopping on the. I'm tired of hopping on the podcast and giving Arsenal props. It's sick. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Actually, I will give them props. I will actually give them more and more props. I'll give them all the praises and adulation they can get.
Oh, are you saying them up? You're saying them up, aren't you?
I will release
yes.
justify.
You know the funny part? This is why I need Manny on the podcast. This is why I need Manny in here because it's like y'all been starving for years, but now it's like you're showing a little like all these years you saved all that energy of the past year, putting it all in this year. if y'all don't win the Premier League, y'all better win the Premier League. Because even if you finish second, we gonna be on. We're not gonna let you forget that you failed.
I mean, if they finish second and you finish sixth, I don't think y'all should be talking.
Yeah, they should be proud.
If the table finishes as the table.
I also don't think that clubs, like fans of clubs that haven't won the Champions League, should be talking.
Don't worry, this is our year.
We beat y'all last time. We beat Arsenal in the Europa League, the biggest trophy they could have won. We beat them. Hazard, no, you respect Chelsea. All of the Premier League fans that aren't Chelsea fans, you need to put some respect on Chelsea. Look at what we've been through, and we're still up here. We're still here.
Chelsea, the only club you're above is Liverpool. Beat yourself.
For next week, Monday, after we beat Arsenal this week.
Oh, man. Look. This is why I wanted Manny on it, because Arsenal fans, I saw a post, and it was Manny that retweeted it. It was talking about, it's an Arteta meme. He's like, looking at the table, and we're 10 points above Chelsea going into the game week. And they were laughing. All I said is, it's going to be a deadly day.
Yeah, they're 10 points above, so they'll come down to 9 points.
And hey, so like Man City early on the one.
Not 9 points, sorry.
What happens if you lose 4-1 again? I just want to know. What happens if you lose 4-1 again?
If we lose what?
To Arsenal.
4-1 again?
It's not happening.
I will guarantee you that's not going to happen.
What are the odds of us losing 4-1 to Arsenal?
Is Koulibaly coming back for the Arsenal game? Yes.
We're at home.
I can guarantee you that's not going to happen.
We're going to lose 4-1 at home to Arsenal.
Arsenal? When was the last time that happened? I mean, all right, we lost the last time we lost 5-4. Well, the last time Arsenal scored 4 goals on us.
That was like RVP game.
5-3. It was 5-3.
Yeah, 5-3.
Yeah. That was like
years ago.
That was one Mata.
That was when Van Persie still played for Arsenal. Like, come on, now we're not losing.
You want to tell me how long ago that was? Come on, bro.
All right.
Nobody remembers.
Y'all seem confident. I'm going for Arsenal win. Let's see what happens.
I'm super confident.
The same lineup, and we are not.
Please, no. We don't need to play Corella and center back. We cannot play Corella and center back. Come on, no.
You said,
are you sure?
4-1 again. Even if we play that same lineup, we're not going to lose 4-1. No way.
Potter, I hope you're hearing. Potter, I hope you're listening. Just feel the same guys from your fan, your supporter, Zach. He said you don't even need any change. Just feel the same team. I
have to point this out. The last time we faced Arsenal in the Premier League, we were at home and we lost 2-4.
Okay, so what? I remember that game.
We beat them 2-0 at
the game
Emirates, though.
I remember that game. That was Jorginho scored an own goal. That was one of Jorginho's worst games for us he's ever played in his life.
I think he missed a penalty that game.
It was a really bad. It was a tough day in the office. That's not going to happen,
bro. All right, let's got a couple more here before we wrap up the podcast today. Just
Mendy was rated 4.4 that game, so that tells you.
Yeah.
One last topic before.
And Lukaku started.
Lukaku started that game.
Lukaku started that game.
There you
go. Look at y'all. Lukaku's still a scapegoat. Just so you know, if you see a Timo Werner signing, it's his fault too.
I mean, Warner had a 7.5. Only Alonso had a better game than him. I was always, I'm team Timo Werner. Timo Werner in this system. I wanted him to say.
I was preaching that Chelsea was not playing to his strengths.
15 minutes away
But
from
hey.
Pulisic, but now Sterling
But
is doing
Pulisic still isn't getting minutes.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. So
Sterling's goals contributions has dried up.
that's why I've been on Team Havertz, because he's the only one that has showed me the best, that he's our best chance to move forward into our future as far as our attacking players. So yeah, but
Okay.
I don't want to talk about Chelsea all day. Kevin De Bruyne, shout out to Kevin De Bruyne.
That was a crazy ass free kick.
Ridiculous free kick. Like, I mean, he does this virtually every other game.
Yeah, shut up. You don't deserve to say you're welcome. You don't deserve to say you're welcome.
You don't need to thank us.
You sold it for pennies on the dollar. You sold it for pennies on the dollar.
Marino. It was Marino. Marino sold it, not Chelsea. Marino sold it.
I will finish.
But you're welcome.
Conclusion. Free James Madison. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
All right. Before we end the podcast, one last question.
Mm-hmm.
We look at the table, 15 matches in, 15 game weeks in, and we know that there's one that does not belong. So it has to raise this question. Is Newcastle for real?
They're for real, but they'll not finish top 4. Not like that. But they're for real. They're finishing in, I'll give them 7. They'll finish 7.
7?
They'll finish above Everton.
I think they'll finish above Liverpool.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know who they're going to be above.
So
I don't know who they're going to be above.
They're the real deal. They're the real deal, though.
I got them finishing the season as top 6.
And they're in top 4 regardless of injuries to key players like say Maximan.
Majority of the season.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, absolutely. Newcastle is the real deal, but like I said, they'll finish 7th above your Lampards, your Frank Lampards.
Everton is irrelevant, man. When you're talking about who is actually going to do damage at the top of the league, like they're going to finish above Liverpool.
First off, you think Everton's going to climb up that high, considering the start that they had?
I got Everton in the top 10, bro.
Thank you. You know, I put you on to Everton finishing in the top 10. You know that. You know that.
I looked at the players Frank Lampard got. I looked at what he's got something going on.
His setup is like, it's a perfect appointment. We were arguing about this earlier, like episodes ago. This is a perfect appointment for Lampard.
He's basically utilizing the players he has to set up a system that works for them. Well, it's still his Lampard system, but if you want to say he's playing players out of position, fine. I like to see that. I like to see a coach utilizing a player somewhere else and making it work. Your team is doing better.
Okay. When it works. I had two cool flashbacks.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it works. Like the one season that Mourinho played as Filiqueta at left back, and we won the league because of it.
when he turned Victor Moses to right wing back.
The league, but we finished top. We finished top 4 that season. So it worked, but hey,
Karl Marx of a good coach when you can slot a player into a position he hasn't played and he actually performs in that position.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell Graham Potter right now, Sterling and Pulisic at wing back is not gonna work.
He knows that because I told you, me and Graham Potter were like telepathic, bro. He makes when I think it, I'm like, bro, you should change this player. 1 minute later, he makes the sub. Even in the first half, I'm telling you, we're like, trust me, we're good. We're good.
Chelsea fans are worse than Cowboys fans. Chelsea fans are worse than Cowboys fans. With that, we'll end the podcast on that note. Thank you guys for listening in. thus far. We'll catch you guys on the next episode of the
You going
Talkatives
Thursday?
podcast.
I thought can we at least before we end it, can we talk about the Champions League, or are we just gonna forget about Champions League?
I thought that's what you guys do on Thursday's episode.
I mean, this is the last week of the Champions League.
The group
it's the last week
stage.
of group stage. I mean, I feel like there's really nothing to talk about at this point.
Yeah, I mean the teams that made it through, I guess, did Man City book their way through already?
Yeah, we've already qualified.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already qualified.
Chelsea, Real Madrid.
I think the only team that's left to not qualify is Spurs. They qualify if they win against Marseille this week. But if they lose against Marseille, they're out.
Antonio Conte is.
Can we talk about how useless and Spursy Spurs are? Because
yes.
No, but when I said this last episode, I was being disrespectful. When I was saying this last episode, I wasn't respecting Conte. When I was saying this last episode, I was foolish. When I was saying this last episode, I had no respect. When I was saying this last episode, I was just talking jazz.
I actually have a point for you. This has nothing to do with Antonio Conte. I think you're wrong about Conte. But
that's crazy.
Spurs. Just Spurs. Because
that's
I think
crazy.
you're hoping you're tying Conte and Spurs, and you're making it be like, oh, Conte. No, Conte is not Spurs. He's trying to use Spurs. You know when you leave your job and then you have like a little stepping stone job to get to your real job? That's what Spurs is for Conte, man. His stepping stone. So don't hook Conte and Spurs together. No. Now with Spurs,
I don't think Conte needed to take that stepping stone. But you're right. Because he's already suffered like that in Italy. But I'm looking at their results.
This is what you need to
know. They only lose to good teams.
The reason why
they lose to all the good teams
is literally look at their result against their previous result in the Champions League against Sporting. So there's a certain player, a certain young player
2-0.
who was on the Spurs Academy called Marcus. He has the same name. Marcus Edwards. Scored against them twice.
Revenge is sweet.
Like, that's the kind of team Spurs is. You let a talented young player, I think he's 20, 19. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, Spurs.
So we're not going to talk about
Marcus
Conte
Edwards
being too defensive and being a little bit behind the times with his game plan, just like...
I don't think he has a choice to be defensive and hope that Kane and Son link up top. And Kubalewski is injured.
Still injured. That's probably the biggest loss.
And it's like he's managing a top 6 team, like a Europa League team. I mean
that midfield.
They're in third place. They're in third place. Respect Conte. He has Tottenham in third place. Nobody's talking about Spurs title race though, because it's Spurs.
Right behind you.
Bro, they're only 3 points behind Man City. They're 5 points behind Arsenal.
You're saying all of this. Oh my God, you're saying all this.
Respect Conte. He has them in third place.
Yeah, bro. Conte's not whatever is going on at Tottenham.
No matter how Spursy they are, they're still in third place.
Yeah,
I think I will say this. I think they're in third place because all the other teams that we expect to be there aren't there. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U. So
realistically, there's only one team that should be there, and this is like if you take everything into context, we should never be there, but we're up there. Man U suck. Liverpool are terrible. The only team that should be up there is us, Chelsea. And
No, but I'm
I
saying
I think I called them finishing in the top four. I think Tottenham might break into the top four this season.
You really
Man
expected
U,
Man U. I'm still on this
Man
Man
U,
U
and
thing.
Liverpool will not.
After their
But then
performances,
again, we have teams like Newcastle. Newcastle
Marcus,
doing
after
things.
the performances of last season, you really expected Man U to get into top.
no, I expected
They-
Man U to be fifth, and I expected Tottenham to be sixth.
So you did not expect Man U
Okay.
to be in top four. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, of course not. But I only saying that to say this. You know, I don't expect Tottenham to be there either. So yes, I do agree with you that they're overperforming.
I feel like that's like disrespectful a little bit
For who?
because Conte is at because of Conte. Conte is a
No,
different.
I'm saying because of Conte, they got sixth. Spurs squad by themselves. If you give them any other manager, you'll be lucky enough to be 10th.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah, I believe that too.
So you're saying
I
Conte
believe
is
that.
going to help them out, but not good enough for top four. Okay, I can see that. But what I would like to remind you is
Conte is definitely finishing top four.
Tottenham did make top four last season over Arsenal because of Conte.
Yeah.
So
They definitely make it top four.
So Arsenal last season, if you're saying last season, you have to look at Arsenal's team last season. The Arsenal team this season is a completely different team. While yes, we're talking about only two players, but it's players in positions that it needed in striker and Jesus and a right back, a stable right back in Zinchenko. So
I don't know about
Jesus
completely
Christ.
different team, but yeah, those are impact players because they're starters. So you can say that. But yeah, I'll give them credit, man, where credit is due. They're playing well. They can clearly, and they're also the youngest team in the league. So really, what that tells me is like they got some young legs because in today's game, you would have to admit it fits a team of players like Arsenal. So, and I'll give them, and they're capitalizing on it. So that's especially the way the Premier League is. It's like it's not just that you have to keep the ball. It's like about how you win the ball back and all the little things you do without the ball. And like Arsenal, they check all those little boxes of the work rate off the ball, and that is what Arteta brought back to Arsenal. That's the real difference.
Do you know what's still insane to me? 2 years ago, Man U finished second behind Man City.
Ole, 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 ole.
And
Ole.
Arsenal finished eighth that season.
Arsenal finished
eighth that season.
Yeah, they were
the season before they finished fifth.
Yeah,
behind Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City.
The build, yeah.
Honestly, Arsenal. It seems like I don't know. Like I feel like the consensus is Arsenal are gonna fall off. But what if they don't?
That is my. You can. It is fair to say what if they don't because
Marcus wants us to win on Saturday. He would love for Chelsea to win. He's going to be supporting us on Saturday.
To be honest, it's crazy.
Like he's seasoned us. What if we lose 4-1? But you want us to win 4-1?
It's crazy because I'd rather see y'all lose. I'd rather see the LSM. We could wait. I could wait to make up the difference between me and Arsenal because the game in hand that we have is the match against each other. So if everything remains equal, then that will be the tiebreaker between us because the game. Huh?
I don't think y'all.
No, we would be, and we would win on goal difference because they drop points.
Them.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways,
2 points.
Say it with your chest, bro. Say it with your chest. Arsenal's going to.
No, I already said earlier. I'm hoping for an Arsenal win now.
So what is your prediction?
Because I would rather see you two upset.
What is your prediction for the
3-2? You would sacrifice the league just to see Chelsea fans upset.
You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. You're the one that's saying the sacrifice. We have a game in hand, which is a match against Arsenal.
No, you do not. You do not have any game in hand, bro. You not have any game in hand. You're both on 12 games. Chelsea is also on 12 games. Like they ain't no game in hand involved in this situation, man.
We had our week 12 postponement. The reason we didn't have a week 12 was because Arsenal had to make up a Europa League match.
You're going to Fulham. You're going to Fulham next match day. Mitrovic got you.
No,
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say we're dropping points. Shut up, man. Mitrovic is one yellow card away.
Mitrovic had 10 shots. He had 10 shots last game, and he didn't score. Oh my God, Marcus, you feel my pain, right? You saw me in the fantasy league. Like, how do you have 10 shots and you don't score one?
Hey, all I know is on top of the league. So
oh my God. Oh, top of the league. For now, you are managed the same. You are managed the same.
Yeah. I'm running like a 5-game win streak right now.
I mean, it's only a matter of time till you lose to someone like me.
I got Chelsea winning 2-0 against Arsenal. I got Fulham winning 2-1 against Man City.
In a game that Haaland comes back.
My prediction is that Chelsea loses 3-0.
It's gonna be 4-0 Haaland hat trick.
I gotta do a reverse jinx. Chelsea is losing 3-0 to Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus is gonna score one. Saka, Odegaard. I know what
you think Saka's playing.
I know what I'm doing.
You think Saka's playing?
Is he injured?
He's injured.
Arteta, he said chill. He said be cool on that. He said it's really just a knock.
It's like a precaution. A precaution.
Yeah.
He said it's a knock, but you never know.
We got this, man. I just really hope. I just really hope. Is Aspilicueta healthy?
Yeah, he should be.
Is Chilwell healthy?
Yeah, he is. He's on the bench for no reason. Odegaard is healthy.
No,
he played last game.
Is Koulibaly healthy?
I don't know his status, Koulibaly. I don't know. I just know he's been missing. Mysteriously.
All I know is as long as we get the right wing backs in there, Aspilicueta and Chilwell, we'll win the game comfortably.
Chelsea, we need to evolve into a team that doesn't have to play wing backs.
Impossible.
As much as you can say we
need to stop relying on Reece James and Chilwell at wing backs. We can't keep doing this. It's not sustainable, especially seeing as these niggas get injured because we rely on them so much.
You're screaming to the choir, bro. You know you'd be screaming at Todd Bowley because these are the players he got. He's not like he went out and splurged on wingbacks. No. He did on Cucurella.
Don't blame.
He did spend like 70, 80 million on Cucurella.
Ain't really wingback though.
Don't blame Todd Bowley. That was the guy. That was
is a wing back because where else can he play this team that you'll be happy?
No, he plays in the back. It's not about It's not about me being happy. Okay, it has nothing to do with. I guess I don't look at it the way you look at it. I look at it as what players do we have? What system can we play that best fits them? Back four does not fit the players we have. I'm sorry, fam. So I'm not going to go back and forth. Oh, we need to. What we need to do is figure out our stuff in the transfer window. So when this time comes, we can easily do this. And we won't be saying, oh, we need to. Oh, what?
Yeah. We're all fits. Yes, 3-4-3. That's it. But now we need to be able to play four at the back. Like now, today, like versus Arsenal.
Who are you going to play for at the back?
Chalobah, Silva, Cucurella, Chilwell, and Aspilicueta.
Aspilicueta's that being good in the back four.
Wait, so we don't normally
at right back.
I'm less worried about everybody else you mentioned, but Thiago Silva. We can't play a back four with Thiago Silva. I'm sorry, we just can't. We just can't.
Damn.
It's not happening, bro. So if you want to say Koulibaly, okay, where's Koulibaly? Will Koulibaly?
Nobody knows where Koulibaly is. With the real Koulibaly, please stand up. Nobody knows what's going on with him.
Here's what I'm saying. If there's no Koulibaly, there's no back four. You understand? There's no Koulibaly. There's no Fofana. No. There's no back four. So we have to cater to the player we have, which is Thiago Silva.
Maybe we should play what's his name? Cucurella and Koulibaly and see what happens at center back.
All right.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
Zach, we're about to wrap this up. But like, how many goals do you think Mitrovic is going to score against Man City?
1.
0.
You get one penalty. Because one of those Man City defenders, Nathan Ake, Laporte.
I hope he start Stones and Aki.
Or
like,
and foul. What is one of those players that they have? What is one of those wingers? They got some fast wingers on Fulham too. Yeah. Don't worry. It'll be a good game. If it's a game that you're expecting, Marcus, I'm just saying this.
I've seen them struggle against Nottingham. Who did just beat? Nottingham Forest. 1-0.
Yeah, Leicester. We beat Leicester.
Leicester.
But y'all kind of struggled against
coming off an L.
I expected you to win more, like score more goals, but I was like,
who's going to score?
They're really struggling against Leicester.
Who's going to score?
Bro, you didn't see the way Leicester was defending.
Why did you sign Julian Alvarez? Why did you sign Leicester?
You didn't see the way Leicester was defending?
What is Mahrez good for? Gundogan can score.
I'm still waiting for that answer, matter of fact.
Cancelo can score.
I'm still waiting.
From missing penalties. From missing penalties. That's what he's good for. I think Mahrez has actually this is a real stat. I think Mahrez has missed like 10 out of like 35 penalties that he's taken.
He missed the penalty.
It's not even just that. It's Manchester. That is Manchester City.
He missed the penalty.
Manchester City
in general. Since in Pep's tenure, we've taken.
Also, yes, Pep has a terrible record when it comes to penalties for Man City.
Horrible.
Hey, like I said, bro, he missed it because
I hope y'all get a penalty against Fulham, and I hope Mahrez steps up to take it.
He won't be playing. He'll be on the bench.
Is Haaland gonna be fit?
Yeah.
Look. Yeah. It's looking like Man City without Haaland is useless. You guys are looking very useless without Haaland.
Worry about your own club.
Worry about your own club. What?
You just lost 4-1 and you just lost 4-1.
We're not worried at all.
You should be.
Marcus,
why should I be worried?
Why do you say worry about your own club? As soon as something happens, you'll be the first person to be like, you call this?
Yes.
He's gonna pop in with the eye emoji like yes.
It's bad. So from my seeing of Haaland has a kryptonite, and his name.
And what's that?
His name is Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez.
Wait until we see Liverpool again.
Bro, I've never seen Joe Gomez play like that against anybody else. I watched that entire Man City.
You know what's crazy?
Oh my God.
Joe Gomez hasn't played anybody like that since. He hasn't played anybody like that since.
Bro, like he collected his entire year's salary playing against Haaland. It's like, yep, I put in my shits for the year. I stopped Haaland.
He's resting Joe Gomez. So when they question him, why did you not play Joe Gomez? He's resting him for the next Man City game.
He can't play Trent.
Hey.
If he played Trent, Haaland would have had a hat trick.
Joe Gomez, bro, I've never seen any defender play Erling Haaland like he did. I'm sorry. Man. he was first to everything, bro. I think that's how you gotta do it. You just gotta be first to everything. Because even when
shout out
would try to come in to win the ball, since Joe Gomez is first to everything, he will foul him. And he will always get a call. Boop, whistle. Boop,
Shout
whistle.
out to Leeds for beating Liverpool at Anfield for the first time like 30, 31 games. I appreciate that.
That's a big result for them. That's a really big result for Leeds, especially because
Huge. Nobody else has done it in like 2 seasons.
Huge
result.
Even for Leeds personally, because they've been playing well in like all of their games, but they'll lose. Like they'll play well and lose like 4-0. Yeah, that's just Leeds. Yeah. But they deserve a win like this. So shout out.
It was always going to be Leeds. Oh wow, it got them out of relegation zone. They lost 4 in a row before they lost 4 in a row before they beat Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah. Yep. That's so good for them, man. Like
let's hope this is the springboard Jesse Marsh needs, because his job was
in danger. It was in danger. Very much in danger. Very much. Still in there. Americans in the Premier League. You love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping this one up here.
Yeah.
If you stayed on this long, we faked you out earlier. Now it's officially official. Thank you for listening in.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Until next time.
Till next time.
Subscribe. Drop a comment. Like the video. Hit the notification bell. We're going to be back again. Thursday, Monday, twice a week. See you guys later.